BackBeat is proudly sponsored by the Santa Barbara Bowl. Welcome to BackBeat, a show highlighting people that make a difference using music in our very own community. I'm Shannon, and we tape our show right here at Playback Recording Studio, a cutting-edge facility for film, television, and music production located in the beautiful city of Santa Barbara. Coming up, she may be short on years, but not on talent. Jamey Geston not only opened for Judy Collins, but was also a finalist in Zoe's One to Watch Emerging Singer-Songwriter Contest. Find out more and listen to one of her songs. And the Santa Barbara Bowl, best known for its stunning views and awesome concerts, gives back by supporting education in the arts and music. We visit education outreach recipient Pickleberry Pie, an organization that brings the power of music to children who are not well. Also, empowering girls through music, that's what Girls Rock Santa Barbara is all about. We get the scoop on this high-energy organization. Plus, it's never too late, and this band of women are living proof. Get the story on how Midnight Mynx started, and listen to one of their songs at the end of the show. So keep it here, and keep it loud. We'll be right back. Santa Barbara Bowl's education outreach provides much-needed support for music and performing arts events and programs for area students. $1 of every ticket sold to bowl events helps to fund arts education throughout Santa Barbara County. A big thanks to Playback Recording Studio for supplying the location for BackBeat. Playback Recording Studio is a cutting-edge recording facility for film, television, and music production.
If we ran the hospital, now we'd do everyone a favor. We'd make every drop of medicine vanilla flavor.
The people at the hospital are great, and Janie Wood is the child life specialist, and she smooths away and sets things up, and she finds out ahead of time which children are up for hearing music and which ones maybe aren't feeling so well, or they're down getting some lab tests or something.
Lanny started with us many years ago doing the Pickleberry Pie series, and just one, entertainment, two, bringing a lot of joy and enthusiasm to a place that's not always a happy place.
When we go in, you never know, room to room, and we can't really talk about the kids' illnesses or diseases or stresses because of the privacy issues, but we can see pretty much what the situation is when we go in, and we have to be careful about what kind of music we play. We have to be considerate of the hospital itself, keeping the noise level down.
Old Mother Nature's recipes.
And really, all the nurses and the doctors that work there, they're so friendly, and they're participants because they're coming and going and setting up machines or whispering to the parents while I'm playing, and so they're totally into it and part of the whole musical environment. And sometimes if I'm at a certain point in the song, I'll make a reference to a nurse or a doctor who's in there, and again, just to kind of give them a little chuckle because their jobs are pretty stressful too.
Take a glance at the F-14 high-powered airplane.
And for many patients, music is soothing. Music can transform, it can take you away, it can allow you to leave the moment that you're in long enough to take that feeling that you've got and laugh or cry or just relax.
All right, Alex. Thanks for being such a good audience.
I almost play all original songs that I've written. So they're funny songs. For the really young kids, I'll play lullabies, or if someone's maybe on some kind of medication that makes them kind of sleepy.
Hey, Logan.
And then I have one song that I wrote, and I left certain key words out of the song. And so I engage the kids by saying, hey, do you want to help me finish this song? And then they tell me their favorite food and their favorite band and favorite animal, and then I plug it into the song.
If Logan and I ran the hospital, we'd make every day a blast. We'd make all the stitches and the pills and the scars and the waking you up at 2 in the morning to take your temperature a thing of the past. And we'd
probably the most challenging gig that we have. It's really a beautiful gift to be able to go in there and take the kids and their families away from all that for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes or half an hour. But at the end of the day, it's a great thing.
Logan, you are a songwriter and you didn't even know it. Thank you for helping me with that.
Thanks to Santa Barbara Bowl and Pickleberry Pie for that. Welcome to BackBeat. If you would like to hear any of the songs featured on our show in their entirety, please feel free to check out our website. It's cox8tv.com. Now, let's take a closer look at emerging singer-songwriter Jamey Geston. Take a listen.
Another day goes by, another candle has been lit. Well, I grew up doing stage and theatrical stuff, and I kind of started performing then in a really young age and singing. I play guitar primarily, but I think my favorite is ukulele because it's just so fun and happy. I mean, who doesn't love ukulele? So what they say, well I say maybe. Some of my friends that I did music with, they were all writing, and it kind of like inspired me to want to start writing, and so I started trying to write more songs, whether they were goofy or actually kind of good. Maybe we're gonna steal the light. My inspiration for songwriting also started with Durango Songwriters Expo. And I started them when I was 11, and it's just a great group of musicians that you get to meet, and they hang out with each other and co-write, and it's just a big get-together for songwriters. And you get to learn about the industry and stuff. It's really cool. They hardly make a sound. Well, with Durango Songwriters, they chose 6 young girls and youth performers to open in Arizona for Melanie Sofka, who's an artist back in the 60s. And I was 12 then, and it was just a phenomenal experience. Make it out. So listen closely. I have an inspiration wall. It's a wall of pictures and stuff that just inspires me, and when I get stuck, I look at it, and things come to me. Is that weird? No? Well, I listen to a lot of like indie bands and stuff, so I kind of get some of the like lyrical influences from them, and the musical influences I get from like, back and kind of a throwback to like earlier music, kind of like in the 60s and stuff. The harm we caused, the wars are dead, the music supplies. I did this thing called Zoe's Ones to Watch songwriting competition. I made it to the finals, and I competed with a bunch of other songwriters who I turned out to be like really good friends with. And I did not win, but I think the winner definitely deserved to win. It was awesome. I wanted to play at the Canyon Club, and so I had my mom email them for me and asked them, is there any openings for me to play? And they said, well, there's Judy Collins, she's looking for an opening act, and so we'll submit you for that. And I was like, all right, cool. I didn't think anything was gonna happen out of it, but she emailed back saying like, oh, Judy Collins chose you, she'd love to have you. And I freaked out. We're gonna steal the light. We're gonna steal the light. Daisy Rock actually was the one who got me to play at NAMM, which is a huge convention for musicians, and I played at the grand stage, which is the main stage. And that was an eye-opening opportunity because like so many people were there to see me, and I got a lot of like exposure for that, and it was really cool. Forever hold on tight.
Here's a short note for you. R&B singer Usher holds the Star Search record for the longest note held by a child at 12.5 seconds. Usher was only 13 at the time.
Stanford University found that musical training improves the brain's process for speaking, a finding that researchers say could lead to improving the reading ability of children who have dyslexia and other reading problems. How about this? Music is also found to help children manage information, solve problems, learn continuously, and work well with others. Playing in a group can reinforce self-discipline and teamwork. All I can say is, improve yourself and play back some music.
Welcome back. Thanks for keeping us all healthy, Tucker. So I know a couple members of Midnight Mynx didn't start playing their instruments until more recently in life. But Donna, you've been playing for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I started when I was 5 years old and playing on coffee cans, and I had my first guitar when I was like 8, and piano, and so I've been playing a long time.
And so that probably means you've been in a lot of different bands. What's it like being in an all-females band compared to, a mixed?
Well, these girls are exceptional. These are like playing with your best friends because they're just like so nice and thoughtful. And so when we get together, it's just a lot of fun and playing music. It's like the best of both worlds.
It's like having all your best friends
Yeah,
with you, huh?
it is.
Oh, that's so fun. And then what about how you decide what songs you play? I know you kind of are influenced by AC/DC and Black Keys, I read. Do you guys play covers or do you write your own songs? How does that work?
Well, we do play covers, and we're writing some of our own original music. We have a couple right now in the works, ready to be coming out in August, and then we have one that we're playing that we play currently. It's on iTunes.
That's great, and I'm so excited to hear you all play later on. And let's take a closer look at Girls Rock Santa Barbara. They do a great job at empowering girls through music.
Girls Rock just lets a bunch of girls come together, girl musicians come together and be themselves.
We're working with girls, mainly between adolescents and teens, and it's an important time, I think, for girls to recognize the importance of bonding with one another and supporting one another.
Oh, that's the best part about it. You all come together and you're just one big happy family.
Somehow, some way, I'm gonna save the day by playing my music this way.
We're just getting going, and so any community member that feels pulled towards this cause, please contact us. We would love to have you.
This way.
There are girls that come in that have never played an instrument before, or they've never sang before. And, and then there are girls that have been doing it for a long time. That's also nice because it's peer mentoring that's going on as well. Some of the more advanced campers or students help mentor some of the younger ones who haven't had as much experience.
The mentors, they really let me break out of my shell and really help me grow as a musician.
I think all of us have the same dreams, and we want to become like a good musician. So I think we usually all work together if we get stuck, and I think that's really helpful.
They're going to form bands, they're going to practice for a week, they're going to learn to play an instrument, and then at the end there's a performance.
It's a really good way to get exposure, and it's a good way to learn about who they want to become as a musician, and just a great way to express themselves and have people understand what they're going through and just grow as a musician and be a better person just in general.
I'm gonna save the day by playing my music this way.
It's also going to be a component that's going to be teaching girls, the technical side of putting together a show. So I think it's really important for a girl who's learning to perform to know how to run equipment, to know how to plug in her guitar, to know how to make sure that the levels are right, to know how to do a sound check. So it's not just the songwriting component, there's a business component, there's team building component, there's self-esteem, there's yoga, it's wonderful. It's all encompassing.
Just because
There's nothing like writing your own song and creating your own piece of music, especially with a group, and hearing it all come together. And it's amazing that can all happen in such a short period, but it can.
if you want to work alone and you could achieve your goals by, like, one of your goals was writing a song by yourself, you could do that. Or if you want help and you need help writing a good song, you could always go to them.
Somehow, some way, I'm gonna save the day by playing my music.
I performed with for the Girls Rock Benefit, Marjorie Luke Theater in Santa Barbara, and it was a really lovely experience and also fun to pair the dancers with the musicians.
And it made the song more interesting, so like you could picture what she's singing about and what she's talking about.
It was beautiful. It's beautiful to bring those two forms together.
Sometimes people don't know how to say how they feel, so they put it in a song. And when you're around a whole bunch of people that have the same interests in you, it's just, I think it's like a step ahead.
Like gender-wise, there's not that big of a difference. We all come from the same, we all have hearts and we all have the same emotions, we all have feelings, and we just put it down on a piece of paper and it comes together as one. So there's not really that big of a difference besides writing about a girl or guy. Music's music, no matter what type of race or gender, it's all music. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Here's a short note for you. Mozart wrote a piano piece that required the player to use both hands and their nose. Welcome back. We're having way too much fun with Midnight Mynx, and tell me, Vivian and Dawn, if you could describe all of your bandmates. You know, you have an interesting dynamic being all female.
Well, I'll go first.
Sure.
I have one already for Vivian.
Oh, this should be good.
Honey Badger.
She likes the honey part.
So, and then the honey part just softens the edges. It's kind of like putting honey in your tea.
Yeah, but the Badger's actually more appropriate.
I think that Laurie is actually our sultry, sexy guitar player. That's the image that she portrays.
The strong side.
Dawn is actually the life and soul of the band, I think. And she's a very, she's also a very important part. She's our mixologist. And she takes care of us the minute we walk through the door at rehearsal. We have our drinks all lined up and good to go. Donna, who seems extremely low-key, is actually a prima donna.
That's okay, you guys need the drummer.
But we love her.
Well, since we've aired everybody's dirty laundry, let's find out more about the band Midnight Mynx through lead guitarist Laurie Deans.
There's nothing more fun and cooler than when you get a whole crowd of dancing people in a bar right in front of you. So the excitement of that lifts the energy of the band, and it just makes for an amazing night. I'm not the only crazy person out there who wants to start a band, you know, kind of later in life. Midnight Mynx has been playing for a little over 2 years now, and we got started at this great thing called Jensen's Main Stage, which was a really safe place to play. Once a month they had something called Girls of Rock Night. So we got to try it out there when we were really newbies at it. Donna is our rock. Everything changed because when she started playing with us. She is so solid, she's so pro, and we would not be the band we are without Donna. Vivian had never sung before, and I just love it that she just goes right out there for it. Dawn conned us a little bit. She'd never actually played keyboards, and she told us she had played piano, and in fact she was self-taught, but she's a great keyboardist now. I met Stacy when she was a singer, and she had played a bit of guitar, but she wanted to be part of our band, and she actually went and learned bass to play with us. You would never know this. People never know that she's been playing bass hardly any time at all. She's a complete natural We were crazy from the get-go because we did have the courage to get up in front of people and play.
And what I see in the whole band is that they have such a great performance, such a great energy, that even aside from the music itself, they just transmit such joy, such positive energy in what they do, that it really is inspiring and fun to watch.
I'd say the reason we got where we are now is just because of our passion for the music. I want to take my passion for the music beyond just being a listener or dancing to it and somehow have it come through me. And we share that, the five of us share that. And that what has kept us going against the odds of learning and getting to a point where we can play for an audience and feel we deliver a show that's worth paying a bit of money for or buying a drink at the bar.
Many years ago, I remember a friend of mine telling me that he'd played as a young man in a symphony orchestra and said, like, in a youth orchestra, and he said, like, playing with other musicians is one of the great things in life. And I've never really done that. I've always been jealous of people who do it. So now I'm jealous of my wife and the women for doing it.
It's music, you know, it's the greatest gift you can give yourself for your whole life. It just takes work, and you just got to keep at it.
They played in public a lot. People enjoy them. They enjoy it, and they make good music. What could be more fun?
Sometimes we feel like we're a bunch of high school girlfriends, just goofing around and hanging in someone's basement. But we're serious about practicing. We are so lucky. We have the best place to play, and we've got a recording set up there, so if we want, we can record what we're doing and then take a listen and see what we need to fix. And that's what we work at every time. We want the energy, we want the groove, we want the fun, and if people are leaving the dance floor, that's a song that's probably not going to make it back. We are so excited to have our first original song, and it makes you feel like you're a real band when you're writing your own material. We're also really grateful we found each other, and so we work really hard to be democratic and to not get in each other's faces about stuff. And we do have downtime together as well, where we just chill. We've even been known to have sleepovers.
It's never too late. I think that's the real message, you know. That's the inspirational message, I think, of Midnight Mynx, is that here are women who are over 40, over 39, something like that. You know, at a stage where many people might say, oh, well, I've always wanted to play music or do whatever, you know, they had as a dream. And they just never gave themselves permission. Yeah, it's never too late.
And now that we know a little something about Midnight Mynx, here they are performing Someday Is Today.
Been waiting a long time to show up in Diva.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please remember to support music and musicians in your community. I'll see you next time on BackBeat. A big thanks to Playback Recording Studio for supplying the location for BackBeat. Playback Recording Studio is a cutting-edge recording facility for film, television, and music production.
For more information on BackBeat, go to our website, cox8tv.com, or you can email us at cox8@cox.com.